ready for fearless conversations and uncompromised.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, and every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is a faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, my country, tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghanies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom.
When the stakes are high, the debates get hotter. When the issues demand clarity, we bring the fire. Welcome to Crossfire. Crossfire, where politics meets perspective, where issues are dissected, and where no topic is off limits. From the corridors of power to the pulse of the streets, we break down the politics, the controversies, and the decisions that shape our nation. Join Dr. Tony Olisangbeki as he puts guests on the hot seat, drilling them with the tough questions, demanding the hard truths, and leaving no room for half measures. Get ready for fearless conversations and uncompromising analysis. Crossfire, exclusive on Udala 104.7 FM Onitsha, every Saturday from 9 a.m.
Very beautiful morning to you and welcome to Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM Onitsha. This very beautiful Saturday morning. Today being the 25th day in the month of July in the year 2026. Wherever you are listening to us from and whatever you may be doing, we understand that so many of you are participating in environmental sanitation that comes once every month, and of course that's the last Saturday every month. As I was coming down here, also I was driving down to this very place, I saw so many people engaging and participating in environmental sanitation. Is a commendable one, and we all understand that the need for our environment to be at all time be rid of with all manner of silts. And I saw those who are the silting drainages, and that's commendable. You're welcome, and we are back to do what we know how best to do. Remember, on this very platform, we speak the truth, and we uphold the truth, and we preserve the truth. We call a spade, and we can never call a spade by any other name. That's more reason we say Nos Dicera Veritas, and Nos Dicera Iudicim Veritas, and Nos Dicera Vivica Cabit Veritas, and Nos Dicera Lingolum, and Nos Dicera Contra Lingolum. You are welcome. It's about 12 minutes down the hour of 9 a.m. here in Nigeria, and 12 minutes down the hour of 8 a.m. in Accra, Ghana, 12 minutes down the hour of 9 a.m. in London, UK, 12 minutes down the hour of 5 p.m. in Tokyo, Japan, 30 minutes down the hour of 10 a.m. in Germany, and also 43 minutes down the hour of 1 p.m. in Delhi, India, 30 minutes down the hour of 10 a.m. in Johannesburg, South Africa, 30 minutes down the hour of 1 midnight, San Francisco, United States of America, and also 30 minutes down the hour of 4 a.m. in Ottawa. Ottawa is in Canada, and also 30 minutes down the hour of 5 a.m. in Brussels, Brazil. Wherever you are listening to us from, it's always a pleasure to welcome you. My name is Tony Olisangbeki, the Honorable Speaker. We're going to begin first by serving you the political roundup stories, and once we are done with that, we're gonna just do this solo because the guests we are supposed to have this very morning sent a message not quite long ago that they could not make it as a result of health-related challenge, and we'll say may he get quick recovery. But we're gonna do this alone. That's the journey. Sometimes you may have prepared everything, but only to get things like this. You're welcome. Let's quickly serve you the political random stories. All right, we begin by saying the first one here says the verbal war between President Olusegun Obasanjo and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar rose to a higher gear on Friday, with Atiku dismissing Obasanjo's allegation that he bribed The then Speaker Gali Umanaba led House of Representatives to get him impeached as a president before the 2023 elections. The allegation was contained in Obasanjo's July 23rd letter responding to former Ogun State Governor Olusegun Osunbajo's reflections on the 2023 general election. In a bid to forestall political violence ahead of the 2026 Osun State governorship election, the State Police Command has declared Dauda Olamilekon, popularly known as Emir, wanted alongside 4 others. The command, in a statement issued by its spokesperson DSP Abiodun Ojelabi yesterday, said those declared wanted are individuals who were responsible for killing, maiming, and assaulting residents of the state. In the build-up to the 2027 general elections, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has registered a total of 6,885,330 new prospective voters across the 3 phases of the continuous voter registration CVR exercise, which ends on Sunday, July 26, 2026. This is after the exercise was extended by 2 weeks from the initial closing day of July 10. The national leadership of the National Union of Road Transport Workers (NURTW) on Friday set up and inaugurated a 7-man committee to manage the affairs of parks and garages in Osun State. The committee, which will be led by Mr. Kasim Oyewale, popularly known as Aseri Eniba, was inaugurated at the headquarters union located in Gariki area, Abuja. Remember, before now, the state governor Adeleke has banned the group from operating in the state, citing security challenges. But guess what? MC Olomo-led leadership of NURTW has inaugurated a committee he believes that will be steering the affairs of the state. He's not listening to Adeleke. So it's more like between MC Oloma, the national president of NURTW, and the governor of Osun State, Adeleke. Remember that the election is coming up on Saturday, 15th of August. Alright, the Budget Office of the Federation on Friday explained that the Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council, PFIPC, which the presidency declared as fake and is currently being investigated by the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, ICPC, had its origin in the last administration of late President Muhammad Buhari. So meaning that it did not even start today. They are just trying to say that this council started existing during the time of President Muhammadu Buhari. The Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Dusi, has directed police officers across the country to shoot on sight anyone found carrying illegal firearms. As part of intensified effort to curb insecurity, this issued the directive yesterday during a stakeholders meeting at the government house in Makurdi, the Benue State capital, saying the move followed President Bola Tinubu's instruction that the lingering security crisis in the state must be brought to an end. But I have seen a disclaimer this morning by the first public relations officer where he has clarified, in fact, where he clarified this statement saying that the IGP did not order shoot aside or shoot on sight, whichever one people are using. That what IGP reminded officers was order 234, something like that. We're going to talk about that later on. So there's been a disclaimer to this from the first PRO. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention, NCDC, has reported an increase in confirmed Lassa fever cases in epidemiological week 28 after a decline in week 27. This is with cumulative confirmed infections rising to 963 and deaths reaching 229 in 2026, according to the NCDC. Lassa fever situation report released in a statement yesterday. New confirmed cases dropped from 31 in week 26 to 14 in week 27 before increasing to 25 in week 28. The Ondo State Police Command has arrested 4 of its officers captured in a viral video allegedly demanding money from a motorist along the Jebode-Ore Benin Expressway. According to a statement yesterday, the arrested officers are ASP Lomo Sudayo, Inspector Adefila Adewole, Inspector Olurufemi Opeyemi, and Inspector Odushola Peter. These were the people that say that if a motorist, a returnee, if he were Igbo, he would have been detained. And maybe because we called for the arrest of these officers and the police authorities are telling us that these officers have been arrested. Of course, they displayed purely unprofessional conduct. That's what we call misconduct. That's what they have been actually accused of. And the video that went viral, the ethnic slur, ethnic bias, these things were contained in a statement released by the police authorities saying that they have been arrested. 4 of them. And their names were actually given out. Their first number given out. I can't call I have their first numbers here, but I cannot call them. But we've known that these people involved, they are ASP Lemo Sodayo, Inspector Adefila Adewale, Inspector Olurufemi Opeyemi, and Inspector Odushola Peters. At least 1,429 Nigerians were repatriated from Niger Republic in May 2026. The latest data from the Mixed Migration Center shows. And this is as the West African country continues to serve as a major transit corridor for citizens attempting the dangerous journey to Europe through Libya and Algeria. For you to move to Libya, probably Algeria, to access Spain and some part of Europe, some of them go through Niger Republic. You can imagine Niger. Come on, Niger deporting Nigerians. If Niger can deport us, what is left? It is finished. Niger deporting Nigerians. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has condemned the alleged sabotage of a section of the newly commissioned Lameko Bridge in Oshobo, accusing unnamed politicians of sponsoring the vandalization of public infrastructure for political gain. The governor made the allegation on Friday after inspecting the affected section of the bridge, where he also directed immediate security surveillance of major public infrastructure across the state. And those were your political random stories. We move straight to the business of the day. Alright, so many of you sent me the video link of the press conference the governor of Abia State had with journalists, and where he did say that the governor of Imo State cannot speak for the Southeast governors on whom they will support. That he has even heard about that, but he believes that he cannot speak for the Southeast governors, 5 of them. And he also said that Labour has their candidates and they will support them to the extent that he will not oppose the presidency and also the second term of Mr. President. So many of you sent this to me on Facebook because I opened my inbox. I saw many messages coming from different persons. I don't know why the message was coming. Maybe it could be because of the analysis I rendered. That was on Thursday. Maybe that could be that. But before that, there was also a raging issue as far as politics concerned. Because remember, former President Olusegun Obasanjo accused Atiku Abubakar of giving 5 million naira to the late House of Representatives Speaker Gali Umanaba to push an impeachment plot against him around the time of the 2023 elections or before that elections. And remember, Obasanjo also accused Atiku of trying to see if he could bring in Ekweme, who would also win the 2023 general or presidential election, and where Ekweme would hand over to him maybe in the third year of his presidency, which will enable him to go for 2027 comfortably, because PDP had shown presidential ticket to South, and he was making plans to bring Ekweme into the picture for Ekweme to go for a single term, and where in the third year of his presidency he would hand back the power to him, and he would just use that to ride or to coast to victory in 2027 election. And Obasanjo did tell some of these things. But guess what? Atiku has strongly denied such and has hit back at Obasanjo, because Obasanjo made a claim in a letter responding to comments by former Ogun State Governor Olusegun Oshoba about the political tensions before the 2023 polls. And he alleged that while he was away from the presidential villa on one Friday, Atiku invited Naba to his office, persuaded him that Obasanjo should serve only one term, and handed over 5 million to start impeachment efforts. Obasanjo said the move was part of Atiku's broader attempt to seize power by hook or by crook, that it was noted and reported to him by his chief of staff, a professional intelligence officer, Wan Abdullahi, and that he treated the threat with contempt because he believed he had committed no impeachable offense. He also claimed Atiku began positioning for the presidency from his first day as vice president, when he had brought him from his governorship victory down to become the vice president. Naiba died in 2003. And remember, his political journey ended immediately after his speakership ended, and he became politically irrelevant until his death in 2023. And remember, he led a house that had a difficult relationship with Obasanjo presidency, including earlier impeachment talk. But Atiku responded yesterday through a statement by his senior special assistant on public communication, Frank Shaibu, titled, "The grave is not a witness box." That's the way Frank Shaibu captioned what transpired, or in fact the response. His camp, Atiku's camp, is giving to Obasanjo. The title of that response is, "The grave is not a witness box." He rejected the allegation as false, reckless, baseless, and politically motivated. In fact, look at his key points. He questioned why Obasanjo waited until after Naba died to raise a claim that the late speaker could no longer confirm or deny, that because Naba is late, because he couldn't say anything, and you are raising this issue now. Atiku called it unfair to Naba's memory and contrary to African cultural values about speaking truthfully about the dead, saying he denied Nigerians the other side of the story. Atiku noted that no judicial finding, official investigation, or prosecution ever occurred at that time, despite Obasanjo's government controlling the full powers of the state. If evidence existed, he asked, why was nothing done then? He framed the timing as an attempt to tarnish his reputation and give an unfair advantage to Obasanjo's kinsman. He's referring to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Atiku is putting it out to everybody that Obasanjo is supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for second term. That is the 2027 presidential election, but he did not mention his name, but he said he's supporting his kinsman. I remember yesterday when I was doing the analysis and I said that Obasanjo wrote open letter to almost all the presidents that came after him. He wrote to Yaradua, he wrote to Jonathan, he wrote to Buhari multiple times, but he has not written an open letter to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And recall, there was a time both of them met. Obasanjo and Tinubu met. Obasanjo had been an opposition, strong opposition to Tinubu's presidency. But Tinubu did something very uncommon. He went to Obasanjo, he prostrated, he bowed before Obasanjo. He called Obasanjo, Baba, you are my leader. You are my mentor. Baba, I've come to pay homage. Baba, use me as you want. In fact, he prostrated. As a president, we cited that, we saw the clips, we saw the video. Obasanjo now blessed Tinubu. No president in history has ever bowed before Obasanjo. No president has bowed before Obasanjo. Even Jonathan did not bow. Yar'Adua, he single-handedly made president, did not bow before him. Jonathan, he also made the president by bringing him as running mate to Yar'Adua, did not bow before Obasanjo. Buhari, remember, was a junior officer to Obasanjo during the military era because Obasanjo commanded him. But Obasanjo opposed Buhari's presidency. Buhari did not bow to Obasanjo. It's only on record that Tinubu, as a president, bowed before Obasanjo, called him Baba, and referred to him as a leader, his own leader. It was something that stunned many people. Before now, everybody thought they were enemies. Yes, when Tinubu became president, Obasanjo never supported him. Obasanjo rooted for P2B. In the last presidential election, he supported P2B, but P2B was not declared a winner by INEC. But Obasanjo's boys, Obasanjo has boys, those he made what they are, organized that meeting between Obasanjo and Tinubu. And incidentally, some of Obasanjo's boys are also Tinubu's boy, or boys, as the case may be. Some of Obasanjo's boys are also Tinubu's boys. So they arranged that since we have common bosses, why don't we make arrangement for both of them to come together? And they achieved such kind of a thing, but they were all stunned when Tinubu prostrated before Obasanjo. And since that day, you cannot hear Obasanjo criticize Tinubu. Atiku framed this in this very report or this letter I'm just trying to quote because I'm reading what Frank Shaibu actually put out. He said that, just like I said earlier on, that Obasanjo, you have to come out clear. And then remember, he was saying that, okay, apart from no judicial finding, prosecution or court at that time, no investigation, that you can't just say that. And then he also questioned the timing of this whole thing, that it was an attempt to tarnish his image, his reputation, and give an unfair advantage to Obasanjo's kinsman ahead of the 2027 presidential election. Remember, Atiku is African Democratic Congress presidential candidate. He urged Obasanjo to openly declare his support for Tinubu, which he believes is his preferred candidate instead of using unverifiable claims. That's Atiku talking now. He linked Obasanjo's long-running hostility to their earlier clash over the failed third-term agenda, saying his own offense was standing against what he called an unconstitutional power grab. Atiku said he defended the constitution through the courts and won landmark victories against a sitting president. And that bitterness from that period still strive Obasanjo. Atiku is now confessing. So what it means that Atiku went to court using proxies. Because most of the court cases we had during that period, there was rumor for third term. We did not see Atiku's name on any of those court cases. Now Atiku said he won court cases. What does that tell you? That he used proxies and took Obasanjo to court. And he said he won. He defended the constitution. And since that very day, that's the reason Obasanjo hates him, and probably the bitterness, that's the way he puts it here. Because let me quote him. He didn't use the word hate. He used the word bitterness. That he defended the constitution through the courts and won landmark victories against a sitting president. And the bitterness from that period still strive and still drives Obasanjo. He said he would not be drawn into prolonged fights over events from more than 2 decades ago, while Nigerians face current problems, soaring food prices, rising debt, insecurity, unemployment, scandals. The task before leaders today is not to rewrite history but to rescue the future. And Nigerians deserve solutions to today's problems, not recycled political tales from yesterday. Atiku is not smiling. Remember, Atiku had gone before Obasanjo to apologize. If Atiku is making this defense, why did you go to Hilltop Mansion, the presidential library there in Abeokuta, where you apologize? Atiku apologized to Obasanjo in 2019, before 2019 presidential election, because Obasanjo supported Atiku and P2B. Atiku as the presidential running mate and P2B as the running mate. Atiku as the presidential candidate and P2B as the presidential running the running mate to Atiku. Now, there was efforts. There was an effort. There were efforts as well, not just one. There were efforts to reconcile both men. And Atiku went to Obasanjo's presidential library in Abeokuta and apologized. Babao! I'm sorry, I've come to apologize. And Obasanjo took his hand up, saying that he would support him in 2019 presidential election. Fast forward, in 2023, Obasanjo changed to P2B, but before then, Obasanjo had wanted to set up one party like that. And there was a time he made an effort to set up a political party. I think it was SDP or thereabout, but later on, he supported P2B. Now, Atiku is saying that Obasanjo has changed his style again. This time around, he should come out openly and declare his support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There is no doubt. That's what Atiku is saying. That you are just tarnishing my image. That you are not being fair to Gali Umanaba, who passed away sometime in 2023. That from history and from the values we cherish as Africans, you don't speak ill of the dead. Atiku cited some of these things, saying that nothing, that he defended the Constitution. Yeah, that's what he said. Remember, Obasanjo? Well, we're going to talk about this and see what you think about this whole thing. Just like we said earlier on, there is this report or this clarification coming from CSP and Inedo, Force Public Relations Officer, Force Headquarters, Abuja. And he says at a stakeholders meeting in Makurdi, Benue State, Inspector General of Police, IGP Olatunji Rewandusi, PSC, MPM, did not issue any shoot-on-sight order as widely misreported. What he actually said was that officers have been briefed on Force Order 237, which governs the legal and operational conditions for firearm use, and that they know when it is appropriate to deploy their weapons in line with established rule of engagement. That they know when to deploy their weapons in line with established rules of engagement. He further stressed that illegal arms possession and killings would not be tolerated, and the public is encouraged to view the attached video of the Inspector General of Police actual remarks for the full context. CSP Ane Inedu, Force Public Relations Officer, just like I told you earlier on, he made a clarification to that, because what we saw on national dailies, we saw the news where many dailies reported that IGP ordered shoot-on sites at those bearing illegal weapons. Many Nigerians were commenting, and so many people have been talking about this, and it has been more like beyond what people imagine. It went viral as usual. And we also understand, just like we said earlier on, that those police officers that ethnically slandered Igbo man, a motorist who returned from, I don't know, was it Republic of Ireland? They have all been arrested, 4 of them. And this happened along Bini Expressway. The Ondo Police Command briefed us, stating that the 4 of them that have been arrested and put behind bars for misconduct and unprofessional conduct as well. But many Nigerians are still talking about this. Many of them are saying, no, these things are window dressing and nothing will happen to them because anybody can abuse an Igbo man and gets away with it. But the police are saying, no, trust us on this one. Now the question is, will the people trust the police? Nigerians, are they going to trust the police? Well, that's the... I remember we did say something about Alex Otis' press conference where he said Hope Uzodinma cannot speak for the 5 Southeast states governors, and where he said that Labour has presidential candidate and also vice presidential candidate, and he will support them to that extent, but he's not in any way against Mr. President's re-election bid, and he's not going to oppose it as well. So that's the context. Okay, we have got so much to talk about this morning. Many Nigerians have also been talking about the 22-point-something billion found in the budget for palaces, and about how many billion for churches, the musical equipments, and even those who are of the view that look at the way we are wasting money on things that are not important. Palaces, musical equipments, and what have you. Nigerians have been talking about these things. And just as the budget office of the Federation has come out to say that this man, the council, the Presidential Foreign Intervention Council, that council started way back during Buhari's regime. Let's get their thoughts on some of these developing stories, and you have the lines to call at these points: 0803 221 6973 or 0803 827 6694. This is Crossfire on Udala 104.7 FM. Remember, for those of you joining at this point, we did say that we were supposed to have a guest who disappointed at the 11th hour citing health-related challenge. And that's why we're doing this solo. Let's quickly get your thoughts on these issues. Atiku is not smiling. Atiku is hitting back at Obasanjo. And he says, hey, Dr. Obasanjo, look at the timing. You are bringing these issues. You want to tarnish my image, my reputation. Openly declare support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, even though you did not mention his name. We've cited quite a lot in the polity. I recall one thing, election is getting close, and many Nigerians are also making their own counts and citing a number of concerns. INEC is saying they're ready. Let's get that thoughts. Remember, my name is Tony Olisanbeki, the Honorable Speaker. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
Yeah, good morning, Tony Olisanbeki.
You're welcome.
My name is Chidi Mbanem. I'm calling you from Ogidi.
You're welcome, Chidi Mbanem, calling from Ogidi. Please go on.
Yes, all the funds you are saying they are allocating for churches, for mosques, for palaces, these are funds that are meant to be used to rig the 2027 election. Ntakachisom, 3 days ago, are you getting the point?
Yeah.
That, what do you call it? That 12 billion that is, they are allocated from that 12 billion that Atiku mentioned. No, 12 trillion. Atiku mentioned about
service-wide votes.
Thank you, service-wide votes. These are funds that will be used to rig 2027 election, because I tried to call in that day, but I couldn't get through. So all these things, all these funds that we are seeing in 2026 budget is meant to use it for election from 2027. They will settle the clergy, they will settle the imam, all those people that will be settled will be settled. so that they will support. Look at what happened 2 days ago. He added more divisions in the Nigerian army, and he's bringing funds to settle them, so that 2027 election will be guaranteed. So anybody that is thinking otherwise is just wasting his time. Okay? Coming to what you said about Niger deporting Nigeria, that you said it is finished. It's already finished. And not today. Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is not a nation. Nigeria is an economic company established by the British solely for the economic purpose. It's just that the presidents we are having are the CEOs managing the companies, the British companies. Okay? There is nothing good that will come out of Nigeria. Take it or leave it. They will continue to embezzle. They will continue to siphon the public until one day a generation will come up with an uprising. And the state will be divided into 6.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's not make bad predictions about this country, even if things are not as the way are supposed to be. But let's not make bad predictions about this country. And just like I've always said, call the CP of Ondo State Police Command. The CP is an Igbo man. That's another thing. The CP of the Ondo State Police Command is an Igbo man. Felix Ohabo. He has ordered a comprehensive investigation into the incident, leading to those police officers saying that if the motorist were an Igbo man, he would have been detained. And we are told that the police commissioner of the Ondo State Police Command is rattled, is angry over this misconduct. He said that the command does not tolerate misconduct, incivility, or actions capable of promoting ethnic division or undermining public confidence in the Nigerian police force. And he assured the public that investigation will be conducted with fairness, transparency, and accountability, stressing that any officer found culpable would face appropriate disciplinary action in line with the law. All right, that's just the development coming from Ondo State. Hello, good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, my speaker.
You're welcome.
Thank you. My name is Basil Rugu, calling you from Onitsha.
You're welcome, Basil.
Thank you, my speaker. Let me start from the arrest of the policeman that said that if you are Igbo, I would have detained you. So let me tell you one thing. Nothing is going to come out of that case. Because when you see the EFCC bulls, they extorted 53,000 naira from him. And immediately they arrested and posted in the internet. All the 4 faces were posted. The 4 faces. Everybody is seeing their face. But this one now that has ethnic correlation was posted the back of those policemen. What is the aim of those people posting the back of those policemen? What stopped them from showing us the face?
We are seeing the face. There are videos, of course, their faces.
On the videos, you can see the face.
Yes.
But the arrest, you cannot see the face. They posted the back. Please go and watch it very well.
But if nothing comes out of it, it means that the CP, who is an Igbo man, felt his
let me tell you one thing. Nothing. The Igbo man, the CP is just CP. That is being, you know how it works. He has the upper hand. He's work with the bureaucracy.
All right.
You can never say without the consent of the IG of police. That is just the pure truth. So let me speak on the issue of security. Tony, as you can see now, the security is lowing down because the election is coming up. That means that some people that engineered those insecurity in Nigeria, and they have asked them to step down. Tomorrow you will hear them, they will say, okay, spark up, they will spark up. Now the security is coming down, showing that these people receive orders from these periods. Please go and strike. They will go and strike. Please
that's their own speculation because you don't have
it may be speculation, but this is what
you don't have evidence to
anybody that's believing in what is going on in Nigeria is just deceiving himself because you said Nigeria is finished, and I'm sure
I didn't say Nigeria is finished. Please, I did not say it. Please, I said it is finished. I didn't say Nigeria is finished. I said it is finished.
Corrected. But it is finished. I believe you. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. When I made that very comment, I was referring to Niger Republic deporting Nigerians, and I said that it is finished. When Nigerians or Niger as a country, I call them common Niger because they are depending on Nigeria for a lot of things. I don't know if the electricity that we are supplying them, I don't know if we are still supplying them that electricity. And recall very well that there was a railway done by Amechi as the Minister of Transport under Buhari that connects Nigeria to Niger Republic. But we are told that about 1,000 plus Nigerians were deported from Niger Republic. And I said, it is finished. I didn't say Nigeria is finished. I said, it is finished. Thank you for that. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
Hello, good morning. Ogatuni, good morning, sir.
You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Hello?
Good morning, you're welcome. Please go on. We can hear you.
Morning. Yes, this is the voice of ADR calling you from Okwanam here in Delta.
You're welcome, ADR calling from Okwanam, Delta State.
Please, let me clear. Since you cannot say it, any other person cannot say it, let me say it. If a place like Niger can import back Nigeria, Tony, I am here to tell you that so-called Nigeria, it is finished. He has gone. In fact, before he was turning upside, but now he has come to upside down. This place, this zoo that we find ourselves call a country, is no longer a country, it's a zoo. It is a zoo republic. So that is just that, and that is all. The zoo has come to an end.
No. I will not allow you to use that. This is not where you can make use of those terms, please. This place is not that kind of radio. You can make use of those terms. Please be civil. Please. This is not a beer parlor where you can say whatever you want to say. Please be civil. You can't use those terms here. I've been saying it. You cannot. Please, let's be guided. And I will not allow this. That's why I have to cut a call. Please. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, my speaker, Tony Becker.
You're welcome.
This is the voice of Honorable Ganesh Sokoye from our ancient kingdom, calling from Newe.
You're welcome. It's good to have you.
My speaker, I want with the Abia State Governor that said, Imo Hope Uzodima has no right to ask for a state that
to speak for the other Southeast governors. He said he has. He cannot. He can't speak for.
Tinubu. We are aware of what they are playing. All of them. Want to be the state president in this election because he's going for Senate. And Umahi is agitating for vice president. In next election, when the election go back to north, APC go back to north, so that they will take their president vice from the southeast. Likewise, our man here, we know all what they are playing. What is in their first brain, every particular, is personal interest, not for their people. The personal interest is the first thing that is touching their brain, and that's where they continue to pursue it until they achieve it. So you know what they are doing. That's why you are saying all these things, and they know that if to be get the ticket, many things they rule them with their own time. It's self-interest. We know. So let them continue. But I strongly believe that any person who God say will win. Thank you, my speaker.
Thank you so much, Honorable Ignatius Okoye, for your thoughts. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Yeah, very good morning to you, Dr. Tony Osambek.
You're welcome.
This is the voice of Chidi Chukuma joining you from Bo.
You're welcome, Chidi Chukuma.
Thank you very much. On the issue of Tinubu buying down to his brother, Tinubu to Obasanjo, that is their culture. They can't deceive us on that. Yorubas have a culture. leader or their elder. That is a common culture in Yoruba land. I have been in Yoruba for over 13 years, so I know their culture very well. And you, Tony Osambeki, I heard that you serve as a youth corper in Ogun State. I think you're supposed to know that culture of Yoruba people. That is a very common culture, and just a kind of showing respect, even though that in most cases it doesn't enter their mind. For one reason or the other, either that they are seeking a particular favor from, they keep on doing that. It doesn't mean anything to Yoruba people, buying down to the elderly people. So that is their culture. So you don't expect other people to follow the same suit. That is that. On the issue of that arrest of those 4 Yoruba, it's better to call, because you mentioned their name and 4 of them are Yorubas. Yes, that arrest is good, but the commissioner of police in that state is not the IG of police. The IG of police is a Yoruba man, and the other senior ranking officers that are very much senior to him. So if people say that nothing can come out of that, I believe that nothing can come out of that, because the people that threatened Igbo during the 2023 election, and those people that threatened them so much, even some people attack Igbos, they even killed some of them during that election. The Obasanjo, the Atiku Abubakar did nothing for that. Most of them are promoted, and some of them appointed into key positions. They are safe having in his administration. None of them was brought to book. So there is nothing that can come out. If anybody is expecting anything from that, that person is wasting his time. That is Yoruba for you. But I want to keep warning Igbo people. When we talk of state police, we Igbos, most of them, because you have 100 naira credit in your phone, you keep on talking against state police. That we are not matured for that. That the governors will overuse them, and so on and so forth. But to go to every police station, every police post in Southeast, and the other climb that are Igbos, Delta Igbos, Benin Igbos, even Cross River Igbos, Akwibom Igbos, River State Igbos, Benue State Igbos, and so on. Every police station there are occupied by either Yorubas or Fulani or Hausas. All of them that will keep on kicking against kicking against the police. We Igbos, if there are 2 things that are under debate, the best thing for a wise man is to weigh the merit and demerit. Where it favors you, you support the area where the one that favors you most. So I think the state police is better for us in South Igbo. Let all of them go back to their region and they secure their region. Let us secure our own region here. So let us promote state police, because if you see the people that are killing people every day, that killing in Delta State, if that man is a Hausa or Yoruba man, that man will not kill that young man.
All right. Let's not ethnicize or tribalize some of these things.
That is why I usually say that all these issues of illegal bearing of arms is just a statement, and nothing can come out of it. Because if they are serious, let the police and the army disarm Fulani men. Let them disarm that man from a German. What is that? Is his name? Let them that militant man in a job place is carrying arm, and all the foot soldiers that are going along with him. Can they disarm him? And can they disarm Metiala? If they do so, then I will believe that they are serious, but they are not serious at all. Thank you very much, Tony.
All right, thank you so much. But I just, advise, let's not trivialize or tribalize or ethnicize some of these things. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good morning.
Thank you so much Thank you. Honorable Dike ringing from Onitsha.
You're welcome, Honorable
Yes,
DK.
Anambarians are tidying up everywhere. We appreciate Anambarians and non-Anambarians who deemed it fit. My residence, we put up a very nice environmental sanitation. And I want to use this area to plead with all, wherever you are, ensure you tidy your environment, make sure the place is clean. Now, coming to the issue, this is why the problem we have here is our political representatives, the governors, senators, members of House of Reps, State Assembly, even up to the local government chairmen. All our representatives are not representing us the way they should. We have had this case oftentimes, and this is why His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi is trying to, get into power, not just to favor the Igbos, but to favor Nigerians for equity, fairness, and justice. How can a police officer make such a statement? And I've been making it. And one thing with the Apple killing, have those who did that be brought to book? There are some certain things that will tell you that Igbo man is not welcome in Nigeria. This statement, there was a reverend father who said that Igbo song shouldn't be singing in his parish. So most of these things will tell you that our representatives, if they are doing very well, we take this thing up and ensure that the right thing is being done. How do you do the right thing? You give analysis on 2019 elections and 2023 elections, and let's not forget that 2023 elections is the turn of the South. Atiku has no business there. Even this 2027 coming election is still the turn of the South. Atiku has no business there. So, and our people who is saying that our governors, who they think that what you have come out to make a statement. Of whose Godema cannot dictate to us who to vote for, who not to be voted for. We are looking at the best candidate. Nigerians are looking for the best candidate. They are not just looking for Peter because Peter did this or because of competency. If Peter has any fraud case, do you think that the EFCC will leave him alone? Or the ICPC? Even as they are trying to pursue him from Labour Party to ADC, from ADC. They started with PDP. He left to Labour. From Labour, he went to ADC. From ADC to NDC. And they're not relenting. So what we are looking at, a situation that the governors and the political elite must have to back the most competent person. Not just trying to sing praises of the president in power, President Bad. You don't need to begin to sing his praises. Okay? We are looking at, someone that will take up the responsibility and fix this great country. Could have seen something happen in the floor of the Senate here today in US? A particular senator was calling for the immediate, in fact, he passed the motion. Today they will continue. I don't know if they're going to continue today. That man, the kind of must be released. That Nigeria is the worst place to practice Christianity. Okay, look at the killing of Reverend Dachocho. This warning has been coming from all corners. Yet, the man today is no more. His relations, his relatives, everybody wiped out. And you call this a country? So I think I love that senator so much that moved that motion. And I urge the Congress to adopt it. President Nandekano has to be released. Has no business in the prison yard in Sokoto. If Sunday Igboho can be walking the street free, Asare Dokobo can be walking the street free, what is he doing in the prison yard? So the case of Igbo man in Nigeria is something that now, when Igbo man have a shot at the president since 1999, it's from a poem, they told us one story about Jim Wobodo or the other, and they keep telling us one story or the other. 2023 elections, they have been confessing who won the election. Now, why can't you allow your fellow Nigerians to have a shot at the president? Even when he's the most competent, even when he's the most qualified. And look at our governors, look at our senators, singing with discordant tunes. So these things will tell you that the where we find ourselves in this very country is not palatable. It's not acceptable. So these things have to be addressed. We cannot continue this way. If we continue this way, our children will ask us questions. What did you do as a journalist? What did you do as a lawyer? What did you do as a trader? If you think that trading, you have no business with politics, you cannot go and get your PVC, your children will ask you questions. And what will be your answer to them? You didn't do it. You think that most of us that call on air, we don't have something else doing? We are trying to fix this very great country. We are trying to enlighten our people. We are trying to educate our people to get the right things to be done. Get your PVC and ensure that you exercise your franchise. If not what we did in 2023, we did to be got close to 6 million votes. Let's quadruple what we did in 2023. We cannot relent. In life, one thing that is constant in life is change. This is the time of an Igbo man to take up that responsibility of presidency of this country. Not just because he's an Igbo man. Look around all the people that is contesting. Who is the most competent? Who is the most qualified? Who is the most, the credible among them all? So I just want to say that where we find ourselves as degenerated, that an officer on the road, an officer can be saying that if you were an Igbo man, that I would have detained you. And I mean, this is unbelievable. The thing has deteriorated to this extent. So I don't think if we continue this way, with the way our government is going, today they are celebrating their daughters just on weekend. You see them, Goodluck Jonathan, they are celebrating their daughters that studied abroad. Now, what about our own daughters that is studying here? Can you guarantee them of employment? Can you guarantee them of job, except the military job that the military will always call upon the Southeast that we are lacking there? What about CDN? What about NMPC? What about civil service job? Can't we head a department? Which department is an Igbo man heading under President Bag? It's so ridiculous. So I just want to say that these are our representatives. Questions must keep coming to them. And as you as a citizen, as an Igbo man, what are you doing? Can't you sit up? Can't you leave all this, what do they call it, all these celebrities that people go in the social media, begin to talk about celebrity?
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm rounding up here.
All right.
I'm rounding up here. So there are people that when you ask them, what's the name of the deputy governor of Anambra State, they don't even know. Yeah, they're in Anambra here. They're citizens of the country. It's a very precarious situation. Mr. Speaker, thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much for your take. But then I keep saying, but hey, can we also ask ourselves questions? Because I've always said, Igbos are the problems for themselves. They are their own problems. Can you imagine? Like I cited yesterday, in Indonesia, those on death row, out of 21 persons, 20 persons, they are from one of the southeast, eastern states. Just one person is from Edo State. What is actually happening? This get quick syndrome or get rich quick syndrome, whatever syndrome it is, why is it so prevalent in our people? This push, Kebutego. Yes, but then some remarks, yes, could be very, very ethnically biased, no doubt. But we can also ask ourselves questions. Well, let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning. Chief
You're
Dr. Tony Ritambek.
You're welcome.
My name is Ogochuku from Udi, Enugu State.
You're welcome.
I want to dwell on the issue of Atiku and Obasanjo. Let me tell you, Obasanjo is a kind of person that is not forgive easily. And in terms of Atiku is not destined to rule this country. 2019, Atiku and P2B, that is the time. Atiku.
Oh, sorry about that. Ogochuku from Udi, Enugu State. We lost that conversation. I don't know if you can call back. Good morning, you're welcome. It's good to have you.
Good morning, my speaker.
You're welcome.
This is Akamere.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Akamere is calling from Segi.
You're welcome, Akamere.
I want to react on that an officer who criticized an Igbo man. That you were saying that if you get luck that you are not an Igbo man. I would have detained you. That is the kind of the how these citizens and this Nigeria sees an Igbo man. They have refused an Igbo man as nothing. And you are asking us a question: why our people here are just planning, and how are they just having that kind of mind to get money quick? The reason is because the way the government has placed an Igbo man in this country. Look at our seaport. We don't have anyone here working. Look at, in fact, where and how can we see the presence of federal government in this side? The railway they are building, we hear it outside. You hear it in Lagos, Abuja. Did you hear any railway here? And our problem is that, one of our callers have said it, that these people who are representing us, they are not representing us well. They are not representing us well. They are there for their selfish interest. Look at what Uzodema was telling us, that the five Southeast governors have decided to support President Bak. And even this Uchi, who came out and was, trying to, tell him that he doesn't know what he's saying. The reason why Uchi was saying that, Uchi, even in his mind, if you go to that mind, you know that he was not saying that to support his own candidate. The reason is because so that the party will not say that he's running an anti-party this thing. That's why he was just saying it out. But in his mind, he wants to support Tinubu. And that is what he will work. You will see him, he will work against his party this coming election, just to see that Tinubu win this election. So the problem is that, the place, how we found ourselves here, they don't allow us to do things like others. If the federal government could allow an Igbo man to function the way they allow other citizens of this country to function, I think Igbo man will do more. They will not be traveling and going outside to do anything, because the way they just, press us. That's why everybody is running out to go and get it big, so that they will return to this country. I'm not supporting those who are doing evil. Those who are doing evil, I don't think I can support that kind of thing. But the way we found ourselves, go to the street, ask all these young men who are walking around, what they are thinking is how to get, passport to leave this country, because some of them are tired. It's because the way they place us here. If you go to Lagos, you discover that in Lagos they have many ways of getting money because of the seaport. But come here, you first of all go to Lagos, you bring down your goods. While you are bringing them down here, you see the customs and all these police officers, they stopping you on the road. It's about sometimes like this. If you look at what is happening here, you will just cry. You'll cry. Okay, look at my Mazin Nandekalo. He's there languishing in prison, while Sondibo is going about. Gumi is going about. While this person, because he's talk, they just put him in prison. Why? Because he's an Igbo man.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, let's leave it at that point. Good morning. You're welcome. It's good to have you.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Tony Becky.
You're welcome.
Isaiah 7:7 from Ozogo.
Isaiah what?
Oh, Isaiah 7:7.
I don't understand what you mean by Isaiah 7:7. Are you quoting Bible or are you calling your name?
My name is Ugochukwu Oluchukwu, known as Isaiah 7:7.
Okay, we don't do known as here. You call your name.
Okay, let me talk on the issue of Obasanjo and the article. I think Obasanjo coming out now to put a kind of press conference or something like that against the article just is a calculated attempt. I just a calculated, that is political motivated. Political motivated. So whatever the article media people are saying is actually true, because they don't talk here about the death. Why not Obasanjo talk it when Gary Naba is alive? Coming now at this election period, for me, I see it as kind of supporting his own brother. It's just let it come out clean and
You don't call him that name. You don't call him that name. You don't call him that name, please. Good morning.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Good morning, my honorable speaker.
You're welcome.
My name is Maruke Shuka, from Onitsha.
You're welcome.
Starting from this point, my brother Obafanja has been saying it. He has been telling us who Article is. He didn't start it today or yesterday. So you coming out to say it's a calculated attempt. My brother, and he's not just saying it. So something brought to that. So my brother, and Obafanja cannot support Tinubu. Let me just tell you the truth. Obafanja is not supporting Tinubu on any angle. Only that he cannot make his choice known. In fact, he has even shown us that he likes Tinubu. Let me just tell you the truth. He is not in good book with Tinubu, starting from when he was the president of Nigeria. So if you don't know anything about politics, just know how you make it loud already. Yes, on an Igbo a police officer using the Igbo time as a tissue or whatever. My sister, that can only happen in a country that are not serious. Yes, it can only happen in Nigeria because this thing did not start today. We have seen so many of it happening in this country. Nobody. My answer is that our representatives here, none of them is coming out to condemn this. As in saying that I am very angry with that kind of statement from anybody. We have seen in this country when a judge, when Buhari was the president of Nigeria, a particular judge, as in, I don't know whether that man he talked down was a security man, a police officer. He called him a bloody Biafra, a judge of Federal Republic of Nigeria, and nothing was done to that particular man. And you're telling me it's just ordinary police. And a judge can make that kind of statement. A judge. For you to know that they never wanted you in this country. And when that thing happened, none of our Igbo men that are representing us there condemn this. Because if a person like me is there, I will talk with anger. I will speak with anger. This thing is to solve this nonsense. Before they are going to go, you should know that they are not going. But to every day you will be using it against them. You call them all sorts of names. Yes. Still, you don't want them to go. If I say tomorrow I'm a Biafra, the military and the police will be chasing me up and down. Then accept me as one of our people. You will not. And you will be accusing me every time I did. Honestly, to me, it's uncalled for. It's uncalled for. And someone, will I say that he should say something when I know that he's part of it? Yes, he's part of it because everybody surrounded him. They are making that kind of statement. And he has never come out to shun them from that kind of statement. I tire for this country. And I want to tell Nigeria, whether they like it or not. If they want this country to survive, if they believe that this country, there will be a change, they must give Igbo man away. In fact, let me just call it a prophecy. You must give Igbo man away. If you don't, you're still leaving them at that particular tunnel. You don't want them to see the light. Nigeria will not see tomorrow. Because they see APC just like Nigeria the way they are. If I'm around, I want to advise Nigeria. If they call us one Nigeria, let that one Nigeria be shown to everybody. Just like